Have you ever wondered what really attracts a woman? It's not just about appearance, sweet words, or grand gestures. There's something deeper, something that transcends superficialities. The answer lies in Stoic wisdom, a philosophy that teaches us to master the mind, cultivate virtue, and live with intention. In this video, we'll explore 10 powerful ways to win the heart of any woman, but not in the way you might imagine. We're not talking about tricks or manipulations, but about real internal transformations. The key to all of this lies in a simple yet profound principle. True strength comes from within. Stoic wisdom teaches us to cultivate a positive mindset, maintain self-control in the face of adversity, and be authentic in all our actions. So if you want to know how to genuinely attract and hold a woman's interest, get ready for a journey of personal transformation. Throughout this video, you'll discover how Stoicism can be the secret to creating deep and authentic connections without haste or pressure. Now, I invite you to reflect. Are you mastering your mind, or are you being governed by it? Leave your opinion in the comments about what impacted you the most in this video. Let's discover together how we can build more truthful and lasting relationships. Topic 1. Cultivate self-confidence with emotional mastery. Imagine serenity as a calm river, flowing steadily, in harmony with everything around it. Self-confidence isn't something imposed on others. It reflects who you are when you know yourself deeply. Stoicism teaches us that to be truly confident, we must master our emotions, understand our automatic reactions, and above all, learn not to be enslaved by the feelings of the moment. Emotional control is the key. It's not about controlling others or what's around you, but about mastering what happens within you. In practice, this means understanding that external storms have no power over you unless you allow it. When the mind is trained, when you recognize the value of inner silence, any challenging situation becomes just a reflection of your inner strength. And this strength, contrary to what many think, isn't about shouting or making yourself heard at all costs, but about the silent mastery of your own emotions. This isn't repression, but self-control, a conscious choice about how to react. By acting with the emotional control of a Stoic, you become a stable, unshakable presence amid life's ups and downs. This is something any woman notices immediately. It's not about displaying strength through aggression or dominance, but about showing that you're secure, solid, and capable of staying calm even under pressure. You become the rock in a stormy sea, a presence that conveys confidence through your serenity. Topic 2. Be authentic and true to your principles. Being authentic isn't a choice. It's a consequence of who we are when we free ourselves from external expectations. Stoicism teaches us that true virtue isn't about pleasing others, but about acting in accordance with our own nature and deepest principles. When you're true to yourself, without masks or artifices, something magical happens. Your presence becomes irresistible, not through the force of words or gestures, but through the genuineness that overflows from every act, no matter how simple. Imagine you're in a room full of people, each trying to fit into a mold that isn't theirs. What do? You stand firm in your truth, with the courage to be yourself, without fear of judgment. Authenticity, though sometimes challenging, is a Stoic virtue that creates a unique connection with those around you. And when you act according to your principles, your energy shifts. You become someone who lives with integrity, who doesn't need to worry about what others think, because your mind is aligned with your actions. Being authentic is also a form of freedom, emotional freedom. When you free yourself from the pressure to conform, you can be who you truly are. Women sense this freedom and admire it. They don't seek someone trying to be someone else, but someone with the courage to be whole, someone whose actions match their words. And that, my friend, is deeply attractive. Topic 3. Practice active listening and show empathy. Active listening is one of the most powerful tools we can cultivate. It's not just about hearing words, but truly understanding what the other person is saying, capturing the emotions permeating each phrase, and seeing what's left unsaid. Stoicism teaches us that true self-knowledge also involves perceiving the other in their entirety, with full attention and without judgment. When you listen, truly listen, you connect with the soul of the person, without haste or distractions. Each word becomes a bridge to something deeper. And it's not just about the words, but the energy you transmit. Women, like all human beings, seek to feel understood and valued. Showing empathy means going beyond the surface to understand what she feels, what she needs, even when she doesn't say a word. This is a reflection of your mindfulness, your ability to see beyond the shell and into the essence of another person. And when you demonstrate this empathy, little else is needed for the connection to deepen. Being empathetic doesn't mean agreeing with everything the other person says, but understanding that each person carries their own universe, full of unique experiences and feelings. This requires deep emotional mastery, as listening with the heart keeps you distant from the automatic reactions that usually take over our restless minds. By cultivating the practice of active listening, you become a safe space, a refuge where the other person can express themselves without fear of judgment. Topic 4. Maintain calm in adversity. In times of storm, it's easy to be swept away by waves of emotion. The world around us may seem chaotic, but Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in staying calm, even when everything seems to be falling apart. Serenity in the face of adversity isn't a sign of weakness, but of immense self-control, the result of a mind that refuses to be dominated by automatic reactions of fear, anger, or frustration. Instead of drowning in the current of emotions, you learn to navigate with wisdom, seeking clarity amid the turmoil. This control isn't something imposed overnight. It requires daily practice, patience, and a mind focused on the present. Adversity is inevitable, but our reaction to it is a choice. And by making that choice with wisdom, you become a stable presence for others. Women, like all of us, are drawn to people who aren't easily shaken. The ability to stay calm in difficult situations demonstrates inner strength, self-control, and mental resilience, qualities that never go unnoticed. True strength lies in the ability to remain steadfast, not in controlling what happens around you, but in controlling how you react. This doesn't mean being insensitive or indifferent to life's difficulties, but being someone who can face adversity with a more serene outlook, without losing sight of what truly matters. By cultivating this skill, you not only attract respect, but also build a solid foundation for any genuine relationship. Topic 5. Develop a personal growth mindset. True transformation doesn't happen overnight, but in small steps taken every day with dedication and reflection. Stoicism teaches us that growth is a continuous journey, and we should never settle into the limitations that life or our own minds try to impose. A growth mindset is the key to this journey. It's believing that our capacity to learn, improve, and evolve is limitless. When you adopt this mindset, you begin to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth, every mistake as a lesson, and every success as a reflection of your dedication. This process of personal growth requires a willingness to look within, with honesty and courage. It demands daily reflection on your actions, reactions, and thoughts. It's not just about improving a specific skill or area, but becoming a more complete and authentic version of yourself. When you constantly seek to improve, you attract those around you who also seek to evolve, creating a connection based on mutual development and admiration. A growth mindset isn't a pursuit of perfection, but of continuous transformation. It's understanding that evolution is constant and that, even when we fail, we're always in motion. This kind of mindset inspires confidence, not just because you become more competent and capable, but because it transmits a positive energy from someone willing to grow and learn without fear of failure or starting over. Topic 6. Value detachment and emotional freedom. Emotional detachment, when understood and practiced correctly, is one of the most powerful virtues Stoicism offers us. It's not about not caring, but understanding that true freedom comes from the ability not to cling to outcomes, expectations, or control of external circumstances. Detachment is a form of liberation, an act of inner strength that allows you to live fully, without being dominated by life's external fluctuations. It gives you space to act with clarity, unburdened by neediness or the desire for validation. When you develop detachment, it doesn't mean you become cold or indifferent, but that you understand your happiness doesn't depend on what happens around you. You remain in a state of inner peace, even when the world around you is in turmoil. This emotional balance creates a healthy space in any relationship. In the realm of love, this is crucial. A woman who sees in you someone not enslaved by their own emotions, who can maintain emotional freedom, feels great admiration. This kind of inner strength is one of the most attractive qualities in a partner. Detachment is also a reflection of self-knowledge. When you know yourself deeply, when you understand where your true happiness and fulfillment come from, you're not held captive by the need to please others. This creates a dynamic of mutual respect, where you can engage in a relationship more balanced, without your emotions being manipulated by the other person's actions or reactions. And that, of course, is the foundation of a genuine and lasting relationship. Topic 7. Show gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude is a powerful practice not just in Stoicism, but in all philosophies seeking self-knowledge and true inner peace. Stoicism teaches us to be grateful for everything we have, for who we are, and for the lessons life offers, even in difficulties. True gratitude isn't a one-time gesture, but a way of being. By adopting gratitude as a daily practice, you begin to see the world differently, more generously and openly. And this vision, this positive energy that overflows from you, is one of the most attractive qualities that can exist. When you show gratitude and appreciation, it's not just about thanking for the obvious, but also for the small, the subtle. Gratitude is reflected in everyday actions, in a smile, a kind word, a touch of attention. These small things accumulate an immense impact, creating a field of positive energy around you that inevitably attracts people. In the context of a relationship, this is even more powerful. A woman feels deeply valued when she knows she's appreciated for who she is, not just for what she does. Showing gratitude is also a form of personal empowerment. When you recognize others' qualities and express them sincerely, you also place yourself in a state of abundance rather than scarcity. You demonstrate that you're not seeking what's lacking, but valuing what's already present in the moment. This practice of appreciation creates a dynamic of mutual respect, a space where love and connection can flourish more naturally and authentically. Topic 8. Practice patience and understanding. Patience is a virtue often underestimated, but in Stoicism, it's seen as one of the noblest qualities someone can cultivate. Having patience doesn't mean waiting passively, but possessing the ability to stay calm, centered, and focused, even in the face of life's frustrations and challenges. This requires a strong mind, capable of observing events without being swept away by the automatic reactions of impatience. When you practice patience, you allow time to be your ally, not your enemy. Understanding, in turn, goes hand in hand with patience. It's not enough to wait. You must comprehend the process that leads to development and growth. This applies to both yourself and others. In the context of a relationship, having patience and understanding means giving space for the other to be who they are, without rushing to change or impose expectations. It means knowing that each person has their own growth rhythm, and that this process should be respected, just as your own should. By cultivating this mindset, you create an environment of acceptance where true connection can develop without external pressures. The daily practice of patience and understanding requires a willingness to reflect on your own flaws and limitations. When you're patient with yourself, you understand that the process of personal transformation is continuous, and that mistakes are part of this journey. When you apply this to others, you become more compassionate and empathetic, creating a space for authenticity to flourish. This approach not only strengthens your own character, but also builds a solid foundation for any lasting relationship. Topic 9. Be present in the moment. Stoicism invites us to immerse ourselves in the present, to find fulfillment in the only thing we truly have, the now. The human mind tends to get lost in reminiscences of the past or anxieties about the future, but true wisdom lies in living the present moment with the fullness of our being. This doesn't mean ignoring what's past or what's to come, but recognizing that the only moment we have real control over is this one right now, and that it's precious. By being truly present, you not only improve your quality of life, but also become more attractive to those around you, as you transmit a rare energy, genuine attention. In a world so fast-paced and distracted, Being someone who dedicates themselves to the present moment without haste or despair is a virtue that stands out. When you're with another person, whether in a conversation or sharing an experience, being fully present and undistracted creates a safe and welcoming space for the other. Women, like everyone, want to be seen fully, without haste or judgment, and you offer this by focusing on every word, every gesture, with total intention. This is a powerful way to show respect and appreciation for the other's presence. Being in the moment also requires significant self-mastery. It means disconnecting from external pressures, expectations, and focusing on what truly matters. The practice of Stoicism teaches us to cultivate mindfulness in every action, to live with intention. This attitude transforms simple moments into deep and meaningful experiences, creating a real and true connection. It's through this genuine presence that love can emerge, without haste, without forcing, just by being. Topic 10. Be strong in decisions and actions. Life presents us with constant choices, and each one is an opportunity to demonstrate the strength within us. Stoicism teaches us that true strength isn't in empty words or promises, but in the decisions we make and the actions that follow those decisions. Being strong in your choices means having clarity about what's most important to you and acting with determination, even when circumstances are challenging. True leadership doesn't come from a place of control, but from deep self-knowledge that allows you to make decisions aligned with your innermost values. When you demonstrate strength in your actions, you transmit confidence. Every choice, no matter how simple it seems, is an affirmation of who you are and what you value. This is fundamental, especially in relationships. A woman is attracted to someone with the ability to make decisions with courage, someone who knows where they're headed and has mental clarity. Strength isn't about being inflexible, but having the self-control to make conscious choices without being dominated by the automatic reactions of fear or doubt. Being strong in decisions also involves taking responsibility for them without blaming fate or others. This is what distinguishes a Stoic mind from a reactive one. When you act with this inner strength, you not only earn respect for yourself, but also inspire those around you. After all, true strength isn't just about you. It's about the impact your actions have on the people around you. And this quiet yet powerful strength is the foundation of any lasting and meaningful relationship. Now, I invite you to reflect. Are you mastering your mind, or are you being governed by it? Leave your opinion in the comments about what impacted you the most in this video. Let's discover together how we can build more truthful and lasting relationships. Now that you know the 10 ways to win a woman's heart with Stoic wisdom, the question remains, are you ready to put it all into practice? The true secret to building lasting relationships isn't in manipulation or tricks, but in personal transformation, emotional control, and self-knowledge. When you become the best version of yourself, when you master your mind and reactions, you attract what is true, deep, and enduring. The path you choose now will define your future connections. So, how will you apply these lessons in your life? What attitudes can you change today to become more authentic, more present, and stronger in your decisions? I want to hear from you. Leave your reflections in the comments, share with us what touched your heart the most in this video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to keep learning with us. Oh, and be sure to check the link in the pinned comment. There you'll find an amazing ebook that will help you apply these concepts every day on your transformation journey.